welcome back to another Michigan Fitness Foundation's Health Through Literacy. And today we are going to be reading a book called Blue Potatoes, Orange Tomatoes by Rosalind Creasy, illustrations by Ruth Heller. Now, of course, before we begin, I have a few questions for you. Also, I wanted to let you know that this book is very long, and so we're going to do this a little bit differently this week. So what I encourage and invite you to do is, while I'm reading, is to follow along, and then when I stop reading, to pause your video so you can continue reading on your own speed. The reason why I'm doing that is because otherwise I'll be reading to you for a very, very long time because it is quite a big book with quite a few words. So I invite you guys to do that with me so you can learn all about the wonderful beauties of gardening. Okay, so my questions for you are, first question, who here has grown vegetables before? You can just raise your hand. Awesome! That's actually quite a few of you. That's really good. It's a very fun hobby to garden, right? Okay, now the ones that have grown vegetables before, what did you guys grow? You shout it out. Tomatoes, awesome. Yeah, that's a really great one. What else? Peppers, yeah, that's really cool. Corn, yeah, all right, awesome. Okay, question number 3. When those vegetables were ready, how did you eat them? There's lots of different ways to eat fruits and vegetables, so those ones that you grew, how'd you eat them? Okay, you put the tomatoes in a salad? Awesome, that sounds delicious. What else? Ooh, yeah, you put the peppers in a taco? That is a delicious way to eat those. The corn by itself? Awesome. Okay, question number 4. And the last question before we get started reading this book. How did you learn how to grow plants? Okay, awesome, by reading a book. How else? Someone in your family taught you? That's really great. You saw how to do a home indoor garden on TV? That's really cool too. Lots of different ways we can learn how to grow. All right, let's see what this book is all about. Growing your rainbow garden. Everybody knows that all string beans are green and all tomatoes are red, right? Not so. Usually, string beans are green, but they can also be purple, maroon, or yellow. Tomatoes can be orange, yellow, or even purple. Lots of familiar fruits and vegetables grow in a whole rainbow of surprising colors. A rainbow garden is great fun to grow. I always smile when I fill my basket with red popping corn or pull multicolored radishes out of the ground. What color will the radishes be? I never know until I harvest them, and I love to amaze my friends and family with my blue potatoes. They think I've dipped them in food coloring. If you'd like to grow vegetables and fruits that are just a little bit different, why not try planting a rainbow garden of your own? Rainbow crops are easy to grow and you don't need a huge plot of land. In a space about the size of the bed you sleep in, you can plant 2 orange tomato plants, 2 yellow zucchini plants, and a short row of purple string beans, with multicolored radishes in between. If you plant some golden marigolds, purple pansies, and orange nasturtiums around the edges, your garden will be even prettier to look at. In the pages that follow, you'll find everything you need to know about growing a rainbow garden. The first part of the book gives you all the basics: how to order seeds, how to get your garden ready, and how to plant and care for your growing plants. The second section offers a rainbow of individual fruits and vegetables to choose from. And when it's time to harvest your yellow watermelons, blue potatoes, and lavender radishes, I hope you'll have as much fun serving them to family and friends as I do. My red chard looks beautiful on a salad plate, and when I make red, white, and blue potato salad for the 4th of July, everyone cheers. Who knows? Once you've tried the recipes in this book, maybe you'll be inspired to invent your own. To get started on your rainbow adventure, just turn the page. Happy planting! First, the seeds. When you're a rainbow gardener, the seeds for your garden won't be just ordinary ones. There'll be special varieties you might not find at your local nursery. That means you'll need to get them from mail order seed companies like those listed on the next page. For a head start on your garden, begin looking at seed catalogs during the winter. That way, you'll be ready to order your seeds by early spring. A home for your plants. Your first job as a rainbow gardener is to provide a good home for your plants. After all, if your tomatoes get cold, they can't wrap up in a blanket. And if the soil gets too soggy, your zucchini plants cannot pull up and tiptoe around looking for a drier place. You have to put them in the right spot to begin with. For a plant, a comfortable home has the right temperature, lots of sunshine, a soft, fluffy bed of soil. A nice bed of soil. Every fruit and vegetable plant needs a bed of rich, fluffy soil to sink its tender little roots into. The roots need to breathe and take in water and minerals from the soil so the rest of the plant can grow. That means you cannot just dig a hole in your yard and plant your seeds. You have to get a special plot of soil ready first. It should be loose and soft with plenty of air pockets for the roots to wiggle into. And it has to be full of a food called nutrients in the form of compost or animal manure. Compost is a material made from decomposed garden clippings, leaves, and even kitchen scraps. Now for planting. You have a whole collection of little paper packets full of rainbow fruit and vegetable seeds. Now it's time to get them started. You may be able to start them right out in the garden, or you may have to start them indoors. It depends on which crops you're growing and what your climate is like. Out into the garden. Your tomato plants or any other plants you start indoors are ready to go outside when they're at least 3 inches tall and at least 4 weeks after your average last frost date. A week or so before you're going to move or transplant them, start putting the containers outside for a few hours of morning sunshine each day. This helps the plants get used to the outdoors. When you're ready to plant, prepare the soil well. Check the individual plant pages to see whether to plant in rows or hills. For each plant, make a hole in the soil a little bigger than the roots. As you take your plants out of their containers, try to keep the tender little roots surrounded by soil. Be careful not to break or crush them. Put each plant in its hole, cover its roots with more soil, and pat down firmly. Then gently water each plant well. If it does not rain, water your plants once a day for 3 or 4 days. Skip a day or two and water again. After that, the plants need watering by you or by the rain once a week for the rest of the growing season. Tender, loving care. Now that your plants are growing, you're on your way to having a successful rainbow garden. But of course, you can't just sit back and watch it grow. A garden needs tending. All young plants need feeding, watering, weeding, and protection from pesky insects, birds, and animals. Critter control. I love my garden because it's like a miniature zoo. Bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds sip nectar from the flowers. Robins look for worms, and spiders weave webs that sparkle with the dew. Most of the time, my mini zoo is peaceful, and I don't mind sharing some of my plants with the insects and other animals. But sometimes garden visitors get greedy. When the blue jay starts gobbling up my new corn or radish plants, I say, knock it off. I cover the seeds or plants with bird netting so the jay cannot reach them. Or when large tomato hornworms eat too many of my tomatoes, I pick them off with my fingers and throw them away. They won't hurt you, they just wiggle a lot. I don't like to spray poisons on food I'm going to eat, so I'm very careful about what sprays I use to control greedy insects, and you should be too. If you cannot pick off the insects, buy some soap spray at a nursery. This kind of spray won't hurt you or the plants, and usually it will give you all the help you need. If not, look for other solutions in books on organic gardening. Sometimes larger critters such as rabbits, gophers, and deer will make your yard their home. They have big appetites and must be kept out. If they're a problem, ask an adult to help you since it may require a project such as building a fence or raised planting bed. A rainbow of fruits and vegetables. On the following pages, you'll find a whole rainbow of crops you can grow from blue potatoes to yellow watermelon. For each vegetable or fruit, you'll learn what variety to order, when and how to plant, what garden critters to watch out for, and when to harvest. No matter which ones you decide to plant, remember to follow these simple rules. Before you plant, always read the general directions for soil preparation and planting given in the first part of this book. When you plant or transplant in spring, wait until the weather has been warm and sunny for a few weeks and all danger of frost is past. Once your plants have gotten a good start, be sure to water them weekly unless it rains a lot in your area. When harvest time comes and you want to serve the results of all your hard work, you can use the recipes included in this section for each rainbow fruit and vegetable. You'll find tasty muffins made with golden zucchini, a creamy dip that makes stars of your multicolored radishes, and a fresh fruit salad that shines with sunny yellow watermelon balls, to name just a few. Blue potatoes. Orange tomatoes. Yellow zucchini. Red chard. Purple string beans. Multicolored radishes. Red popping corn. Yellow watermelon. Wow, that was an interesting book with so much information. I hope you guys were able to pause it and read some of that information yourself and get some tips and tricks for growing your own vegetable garden. Okay, so a few questions for you before I let you go. So my first question for you is, we talked a lot about different beautiful fruits and vegetables. Can you guys think of any foods? Are there any foods in the book that we mentioned that you have tried before? Just shout it out. Oh, potato salad. Yeah. My dad makes a homemade potato salad and it's absolutely delicious. What else? Popcorn. Yeah, that's a great snack. What else? Homemade salad dressing. Awesome. Well, it sounds like you guys really enjoy trying new foods. Okay, question number 2. Which foods in the book would you be willing to try? Anybody see any or hear any that they thought sounded really interesting and that they'd want to try someday? Yellow watermelon, right? I've never had yellow watermelon before, but it sounds beautiful and absolutely delicious. Watermelon is one of my favorite fruits. Anything else? Red chard, yeah, that would probably be so good in a salad, and it looked gorgeous in the pictures, the deep, beautiful red, right? Okay, question number 3. Do you think that some people enjoy trying new foods? Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of people that I met in my life that really enjoy trying new foods. I am one of those people. I like to try new foods because I never know if I like something until I try it, right? Okay, question number 4. Why do you think it's a good idea to try new foods? Yeah, to see if you like it. Good. What else? Good. It adds variety and color to your diet. Good. Good. Anything else? Yeah, it adds more vitamins and minerals and nutrients to your diet, right? We've talked about that quite a few times in the last couple of weeks. Okay, last question. How can you add some of these new foods into your meals? Yeah, like we just talked about, you could add the chard as a salad base. What else? Yeah, those tomatoes, you could eat them by themselves. You could put them in your spaghetti sauce. There's lots of different ways that we could add new foods to our diet, and it's really important to do that, right? What else? Oh yeah, I would love to try those blue potatoes, right? And you can just add those onto maybe a quesadilla, or you could add them as a side to your chicken and other vegetables for dinner, right? Yeah. Okay, well, I hope that you guys enjoyed this book and that you guys are encouraged to try your own rainbow garden. I'll see you next time. Thanks again. Bye. Okay, so your healthy snack challenge for today is to find a unique colored fruit or vegetable and try it. Now, if you cannot find a unique colored fruit or vegetable, just try any fruit or vegetable. I am going to be eating a yellow tomato today.